The last 25 years, San Francisco City Impact, which is the name of the ministry, has done several things. And I'm standing here today, I wanted to explain to you what it is that we do every single day. We have a rescue mission, a homeless cafe for the homeless, and then at 2 o'clock we have a spiritual recovery programs, and then at 4 o'clock we have rescue mission dining room where we serve dinners. And then during that time, we go around the city and pick up food. We have a food bank that we bless the community. And then we have a inner city a Christian school right there as well. We're now building 12 classrooms to accommodate 350 students. We also have a community church. A church that's different than what we have here. These are broken people and hurting people. Most of the time when we do ministry like this in America, when it comes to weekend, the people who minister there, they go to a better church, if you will. But long ago, I decided I want to worship with them. There's no way that I want to leave them behind when it comes to spiritual worship. Our offering for 1 month coming out of the poor folks in the Tenderloin on the most desolated street in the city of San Francisco is about $1,000. And out of the 1,000, we have decided that we want to give $600 to the missionaries around the world. And then we have a kitchen that we cook for the poor, the residents, the kids. Then we have community outreach that we go and reach out to the thousands of people. I'm not sitting here today to brag about what I have done, but I want to show you what God can do through a broken life. Like me, I came to the United States, arriving in San Francisco in 1970. I was 15 years of age, abused by my dad up to that point. And then at age 17, I left home because I couldn't stand the abuse that goes on from day to day. It wasn't just the abuse on the kids, but the time how he would beat up my mom so bad that there was no way for me to continue in that place. After I left home at 17, and I pretty much just trying to survive on my own, going to school, working 2 jobs. And then age 27, I came home and I turned the TV on. There was a TV evangelist. He preached a powerful message, but then at the end, he made an altar call. I responded at that time, and I cried right there in my living room. And I was 27. I said to myself, this is what I've been looking for all my life. And then 2 years later, God called me to the Tenderloin by watching a young boy being harassed by a bunch of older kids. I was in the car, I had a flat tire, and I wasn't ready to jump out and to help this little kid. I said to myself, why should I? I'm a born again. I have 2 jobs, I have a family. I just want to go home. From that point until I arrive home, which is on the 8th Avenue in Richmond District, about 20 minutes, God asked me a question. He said, what would you do if that was your son? When I got to the 3rd floor of our apartment, I walked in, I looked at my wife, I said, there's something going on in my life. I think I need to go to this place that I was about 20 minutes ago. So the following day, we made 50 sandwiches, and I went to the Tenderloin, and I gave them to the homeless, and I prayed with them. And that was 25 years ago. I have not stopped. God has been real merciful. I'm telling you right now, our cities of this country, they're in the hands of America. There wasn't much that I can offer them. I didn't come from the system. I think I'm not in your culture. It's all new to me. The language, the culture. And then I got saved. And I had to learn what that is all about. But there's one thing that I held on to, and that was the living Word of God. Because I heard a preacher that came to our church one time in the small church, before God called me to the Tenderloin, and he said something about how God can do the impossible. When he got done, I was in the back crying for a long time. Because I said to God, God, I don't really know you. You're so new to me. But if that man is right about you, I want you to restore my life. I want you to give me the heart to forgive my dad. Give me the heart to forgive my mom, my brothers, and my sister. Take away the discrimination. Help me to assimilate into this culture that I have no idea how to even begin to get in. Help me to understand this God that I serve is really real. And then I drove to the Cliff House a few days later, and I climbed halfway down the cliff. I sat there for hours. I said, God, I don't know you, but if you're real in this Bible, reveal yourself to me. I will walk away from my jobs, and I will give you 100% of my time, whatever that may be. I want you to know that Tenderloin is not a pretty place to be in. I see the sick. I see the broken. I see those with AIDS. I see the kids running the streets. I see the transgenders. They don't know which way to go. I see the homeless. Everything. But we pray, we serve, and we come back, we pray, and we serve. Over the last 25 years, we have seen lives being transformed by the power of God, by ordinary people, not great evangelists, not great preachers, but people who is able to just get on their knees and ask God to do something supernatural. There's nothing that is more supernatural than when someone turns to God. We have been called by God to be the ambassadors, to reconcile the sinners back to God, because we are His righteousness, because of Jesus. And we have done that. Now, I'm just one broken, abused immigrant that came to this country, restored by the power of God for the last 27 years, and then God called me to a desolated place. And for the last 25 years, I did nothing but pray and call on God. He has provided food. He has provided storefront buildings. He has provided workers, and on it goes. It's beyond what I can ask and my own imagination.